Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. I wanted to do some napkin transfer. I don't know how you say what it's called, where you transfer it to paper and things like that. And so I thought I would just do that today. I had some thank you cards I wanted to write, and so I thought I would make them out of this. And then in the background, you may hear that we are having a storm. A lovely, lovely storm. They're calling it a severe weather. We're in the Midwest, so we are used to severe storms. We just kind of listen and pay attention to it. So hopefully it'll settle down in a little bit. Anyways, isn't that the sweetest? I'm separating some of these napkins out, just getting that top layer. And so a couple of things that I'm going to do is I want to make some cards to go in the two journals that I'm working on. One of them is the junk journal, good grief, the Groovy journal, and the other one is the Cottage Shabby Chic, and that's the one I haven't put together yet. It's probably going to take a while. I'm just collecting and just having fun, figuring things out for it. And this is probably go in that one and maybe something else. This is a vintage napkin. I thought it would be fun to make something for my Groovy journal. I love this napkin. This does not feel more than like maybe a 2-ply. I've seen some people use, oopsie, or is it 1-ply? I've seen some people use tape to get that off. Let me grab a little piece of washi. I don't normally do that. Usually I don't have any trouble, but today I'm having trouble with it. So I'm just going to grab a little piece of washi and see if that'll help me. So I have my iron going over here. I'm using my big craft iron that I use in my studio. Nope, I think it's just a 1-ply. It really just looks like 1-ply, so okay. And then these, oh my goodness. So I can't remember if I told you that I was going to a friend's house to have lunch with her and her daughter, and she's been a friend of our family and her daughter forever. And anyways, it was her 90th birthday, and we went to visit Joey's mom and dad on the day that she was having her party, and we traveled to see them. And so yesterday we were able to get together for lunch at their house. And so Deb had thrown this 90th birthday party. I've seen pictures. The 90th birthday party for her. It looks like 1 million people came. Of course, my friend Kay, who is 90, has impacted a lot of lives. So she, no doubt, had a lot of people there at the party. Anyway, so one of her favorite flowers are daffodils, and so Deb did everything in daffodils and had ordered fresh daffodils for all of the tables. Oh my goodness, I bet it was gorgeous. So we had these daffodil napkins, and yesterday for the luncheon that we had at their house. And so they served with this beautiful napkin, and I thought, oh, let's do something with that. So I have down my wool mat, and then I'm going to put over it just a piece of this paper here, just to protect it, hopefully. It's barely big enough. I need to get a little sip of coffee before I cough. Okay, thank you. And then I have my clinging seal. All right. And then I also, over to the right, I have some cardstock, which is what I want to use for these today. And then I also have some envelopes, so we'll see how that goes. I'm wanting to make a daffodil one for my, let's see, that's barely going to fit. Okay, we'll have a little extra. I'm wanting to make a daffodil thing to put into my garden journal, so hopefully we'll get that done today. Okay, so I think I've done this before. If not, I know you've probably seen it before. You can do this on all kinds of stuff. I don't tear that very well. But just lay down your cling wrap. We're going to have a little extra cling wrap because it's going all the way up. And then lay down your napkin. I think I will just trim a little bit off just for the sake of not getting it. Let's see if I move this over a little bit. Not getting it too much on, too big of a mess, you know, afterwards. And we can always trim better after. We'll get rid of a little bit of that extra plastic. Okay, and then maybe this. Will be big enough for there. Almost. We'll lay it there anyways. So, yeah, so I had just such a wonderful time. Oh my gosh, I think I was there like 4 hours. Talking. And, you know, her being a good friend of my mom's, knew my mom differently, of course, than daughters did, you know, than Kathy and I did, or our grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. So it was really fun to, you know, hear her talk about the times that they traveled and things like that. It was very sweet visit. Okay. Oh, and then Deb, her daughter, made a German chocolate cake. Oh, it was so good. Sent some home for Joey and I. He loved it. So now I'm just going to put some parchment just because I want to, it'll help put that down. And then I also want to try to keep my iron from getting too icky. What in the world is that? Something on there. Glue, no doubt. Okay. I think I'll do this part first. Well, let's see if I can get it a little bit better. Looks like that's about as good as it's going to get. So then I'm just, and I took my iron off of steam. That wouldn't do me much good. But I do have it on the highest. Oh, it is steaming. What's going on here? I was going to say I have it on the highest with no steam. I don't, oh, I've got that on. Let me turn that off. Okay. Now I see what's happening. I turned it off on the dial, but I didn't turn it off on the steam thing. Okay, let's test it. See what's going on. This is a different type of paper than I'm used to. Ooh, that feels good, but let's do a little bit more up here. The other one that I get, and I'm trying to think of where I get it. I think I may get it, oh, I can't remember, Walmart or Dollar Tree. It's brown, and it doesn't have any waxy feeling. It's just more of a dry feeling. Oh, sorry, I bumped you. This one feels a little waxy. Oh yeah, so that's not working very well. I wonder why. I wonder why that's not working. Some of it is. Let's just go over it again. Maybe it's just not fully melted. I've seen people do this on, so like, you know, a canvas. You buy a canvas at the Dollar Tree or whatever, or a box at the Dollar Tree, and you do the same type of process. And then instead of cutting around the edges, like here in a little bit, we'll cut the edges. If it works. If it doesn't work, I'll not even put the video on, but we'll cut the edges. But if you do like a box or something that has some dimension to it, you could easily just use your sponge sander to it. Or I use a soft emery board. Let's just see what is going on here. I don't know. It has singed off the extra. That's nice. Except up here, up at the very top, I didn't do it. Hoping it works. But it's easy to peel back, so that's weird. Because I've done it in the past where it's really just totally glued down, you know. Makes such a nice glued down feeling. It doesn't, it almost, you know, it becomes one. Okay, let's see. It's hot. Cut it and see if it unravels. Okay, let me get my cutting, my little cutting thing, and see if it'll cut. Because that's really what I'm wanting to do, is make, like, you know, cards and things out of it. So see, that's still, maybe I didn't have any there. I might have to glue that. Let's go 6 inches, and then I'll, well, let me see, how big is the, so I need to go less than that. I need to go about 4.5. Cuts nice. And this is just right about 5. So I need this to be a little less than 5. So we'll go oh boy, I'm not sure why this isn't working. 4 3/4. That's not, that doesn't seem right. I didn't do that right. That'd be one for there, but that's not quite right. Okay, do-overs. So we're going to do this one at, see, that was 5, so we'll just go shy of 5, right? Yeah, about 4.5, I think we said. And that little piece didn't work very well. And then 5, so that's going to go there. And we're going to double that, and this is 3.5, so we need 7. So just shy of 7. I think it's going to be about right in there. I'm just estimating. Okay, I'm going to put the iron to it one more time here and just see if it is going to stick good. Okay. Feels good. Wonder if this will work. Yeah, that feels good. But I do have one small area here, and I just don't think I had any goo there. So let's get this out. Okay. Definitely has goo now. Brother. Okay. Okay, there's one. That's going to go in here like that. But also, let's do this. Okay, and put those over here in the scraps. Over, this is going to be used, but not right now. And then where's this? Okay. So I'm going to use another little piece of this. It's kind of, I don't know why this one isn't tearing very well, and it keeps getting stuck on something. I noticed it the other day when we had leftovers. Let's see if we can get it straightened back out. Okay. All right, that's better. Okay. So I'm going to put this down right there. Okay. Just going to cut off a little bit of the excess. Won't be perfect, but I'm going to leave some because I want it to be able to go all the way to the end. What am I doing here? Oh boy. I've got it so static to me. There's that piece. Troublemaker. Okay. There. Okay. And I'm just going to cover it like that. Put this over it. And then press it. While that's doing that, I'm going to put this lid on here. I hope that sticky part that you lick isn't stuck to the paper underneath. Wouldn't that be awful? Oh, good. Okay. Okay. So that's that extra. It's just going to peel right off. Oh gosh. Come on. Okay. just going to tear it a little bit just to kind of give myself a little place to trim. And I'll fold it down and just trim it right there. Get the rest of that wrap off of there. There's the little envelope. It's super cute. I'm going to just give it one more little press. Okay. And what did I do with the card? Put the card in there. And there's our cute little envelope. That's sweet. Good. So that's one down that I will be able to use as a thank you for our dinner, our lunch. Now, I wanted to put one of these in here. And I think that's going to be a good, this one will be a good size. I'll just hinge it in. Because I want to write about our marigolds, or our daffodils this year. We have, and then I need to find one with a tulip because we planted, well, we, meaning Joey, planted all of those Dutch tulips, so I do want to that's on that edge too. I want to document that as well. Can't wait. So we've been thinking, what is getting the tulips? They are eating them down to the nothing. You know, the shoots that are getting ready to come up and all of that. We still have some that haven't been eaten, but for the most part, they're being eaten. And I didn't think it was the deer because I see the deer out there in the morning and the evening, and I never see them eating them. But the other day, I saw there was probably 8 deer out there, and a couple of them were eating. That's what they were doing. They were eating the tulips. And I banged on the window. They could care less about that. I went out and yelled at them. They looked up at me. I yelled at them some more, you know, to get away from it and to leave them alone. And they just looked at me. And then I acted like I was taking a step forward, kind of waving my hands like a wild woman. And they scurried off. Not like they were scared, but like, she's so annoying. We're out of here. So, okay. So this is where I'll write about daffodils in my garden journal. I really should do a new garden journal this year. This one's getting pretty full, but I love it. And there's still a little bit of room. So there's a whole page here. So we'll keep at it. Okay. Let's do this one. Isn't that sweet? So we have, let's see, where's the other? Okay, so we have this left, and this is going to go in the Groovy journal. I thought the colors looked really fun. Let's do another cardstock. Come on, brother. Okay. Let's see what happens if I don't trim it and I just leave it like this. If it will singe up or if it'll be there for me to trim it off. See what happens. Try to get it somewhat smooth. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but in case it does matter. Okay. I'm just going to lay that. Let's see. Let's see, is that wet? I'm just going to lay that like 3 sides to where I have the ruffle. I think that'll be fun. Just going to kind of pick it up and secure it a little bit, and then I'll iron on it, you know, a little bit more. Hey, I'm sorry I bumped you. Okay. I hope it works. Okay, so this is just, it's pulling away from the edges, so then that means I'll have to glue it. Now on this side, when it hit that packing paper, it just kind of peeled off that packing paper. Sorry, I'm trying to get it off my hand over the trash can. It's very staticky. There we go. That's kind of neat how it did that. All right, let's see what happened. I kind of have this feeling that we're going to be in the same boat where we'll have to, some of those edges will need to be glued down, but it feels really neat. You know, it's just another way to do it. I mean, you could glue it on if you wanted to, but this, look how flush that is, how nice that is. Even if we do have to glue some of the edges. Let me just see what this looks like. Fussy cut. So let's say you're using these napkins to do like a party or something. You could adhere it to paper and make some invitations, or you make little signs at your party like sweet tea or lemonade, strawberry lemonade. It's going to be cute. So that did pretty well. I still like, you know, like right here, I'll need to but that adhered down. That's, I need a little bit right here. That I could probably just iron. Yeah. Okay, I'll finish this later, but that's going to be cute in my, I think this is going to be really cute in the Groovy journal. Get that down. Okay. So that one's done. Yeah, so what I was saying is you could glue it. You know, you could use your glue stick on your paper, I would say, first. And then put down your napkin. The only trouble with that is that you, you know, you may have wrinkles. You may get tearing. Okay, let's see how this is going to be. This is going to be quite large. Let's see where I want it. Let's put this over here. Get my bearings here. Okay. Thankfully, I can see through the paper, so it'd be nice to get a lot of that poppy on there. Okay. I think I got it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Poor Joey. He worked so hard yesterday. I mean, like I said, he works hard every day, but yesterday he went in super early. I think he left by 5. And didn't get home till, oh my goodness, I want to say 6:30 or close to 7. And he was so muddy, and we have kind of a red dirt when you get down deep. I don't know if you remember me telling you that he is a plumbing supervisor at one of the universities. And so he was in a ditch with a pipe that had needed repair or broke or something. I don't know what the situation was. And so he spent hours digging. He said he was down 6 feet. He had to dig and to find that, or do whatever they do. I don't know. But his pants and his shirt were so muddy. I had to, today, we have like a special laundry basket for his clothes. Oopsie. Now he only deals in like water. He doesn't deal in waste or anything like that. So that's good. But he does get very, very dirty. And if he's welding or anything like that, you know, he's got welding bits and whatever. But anyways, I had to take those, put those on the clothesline and take the hose and spray the mud off just so that I could put them in the washer, because I could not fathom putting that in the washer, even on a you know, even if I did a pre-wash, which I always do a pre-wash with his. I put a pre-wash in, and then I do that, and then I run it through a full load. But I could not even fathom putting that much mud in the washing machine. Plus, I pre-wash all his clothes, so all of his clothes would have gotten a little taste of all that mud, and I didn't want that. So, yeah, so it was such a pretty day this morning. Oh, it was so nice before this storm hit. And it was a good day for hanging on the line. I was this close to coffee dyeing and putting some coffee dye stuff out. But then I thought by the time I get everything ready, that storm may hit. So I didn't do it. I mean, a lot of times I will coffee dye and just set it around the, the kitchen, but I wasn't up for that mess today. You know how sometimes you're up for that and sometimes you're not. No, I wasn't up for that mess today. So, okay, now I'm going to go back over it because I really didn't go over it very well, but I could tell that there was a lot of extra. Isn't this so pretty? I don't know. I might make like some type of a portfolio or something so that I can keep the majority of it. It has an perfumey smell, like an old perfumey smell. Let's look. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And this one's textured. I don't know if you can see that. It really adhered. This one adhered really, really well. And it was the one that I thought, I wonder if it has two. I'll do the back real quick. I wonder if it had two layers still, but I don't think so. I think it was just the one. And then I'll trim it up better a little later. But I really like how that turned out. It's still textured. I love it. Awesome. What else do we have? Oh, yes. Maybe this one will go in my shabby. Okay. That one, let's see. You know, since it's not an all over, it's not an all over pattern. I'm wondering about it, really. Just make a couple of cards with it, maybe, or something. Envelope. I'm going to go ahead and just get whatever I can get from it. Have to cut some of that off. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I think it worked better for me going this way as a, as a workstation. Okay. Well, they were working on the railroad earlier today, banging and banging and banging around. You could hear the workers out there. I don't know what the situation was, but it was probably a good hour that they were working on it. All right. Okay. Try to get as much as possible. Maybe move in a little bit. Okay. Just try to get it a little bit, and then we'll iron it, tack it a little bit. You can kind of, as I do that, as I set it down, you can kind of see the saran shrink up a little bit. Okay, this one's going to be super cute to put in a journal. I think this would be awesome on coffee dyed paper. So when it's like this and you still have some saran, instead of pulling from the saran to lift it up, pull it from the paper, because that's what was going on before. I pulled it from the saran and it was kind of taking that back a little bit, tearing it back. Let's just get this off of here first. Kind of rough, but we'll get her later. That saran's persnickety to cut, you know, when it's just hanging there. Wants to grab onto your scissors and then you can't cut it, the static. Okay. Now let's see if we can use this. Whoops. Those corners. Okay. Okay, now let's see if this, how this does. I mean, it cuts wonderful. I've got so much of this saran stuck to me. I can't quite get it off, so just have to wait until the humidity changes. Oh boy. I think we'll go right in there. And this one was the one that was going to be cut off a little bit because my paper didn't go wide enough. Still looks cute though. Might need to take it down a little bit anyways. Yeah, about a ½ inch I think for... I'm just going to trim this side up, but I think I'm going to take it off the other side. Take it down to like 4 inches. So cute. So cute. Maybe I'll take a little bit off of this side too. I'm just trimming this side because it has a little bit of saran. Okay. Take this down to about 4 inches. I better do them separate because that one's going to really cut off if I do that. How about 4 here? That's pretty. 4 1/2. by 4.5. That's all right. I'm going to trim this up just a little bit where that saran is. Okay. And then I think I'm going to give it another iron, another quick iron, just to seal it now that we have it in place. Seal all the edges that have been cut. They feel sealed, but just to be sure. And I may even, I haven't tried this before, but I might even sew around them. Some of them. Oh, I love them. They look, you can't even tell. Just is so beautiful. Can't get that off. Another piece. Still can't get it off. Okay. Okay, so like, yeah, like right here. Give it a good seal. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy. Oh, my desk is an absolute disaster. Oh, look at how wet it is. I happen to have a couple of these left over from when we did what were we doing? Beeswax or painting or something, and I brought a bunch out. Okay. All right, so we have this. I absolutely love that so much. So much. And we have this one with the scallops, and I'll continue to cut that. And then we did these with a card, an envelope. Love. You could even put a little trim down there. And then we did these. How cute would those be in a little frog sticking up on your Easter table? Sweet. There's another piece of that. Great. Well, thanks for hanging out with me and goofing around with some napkins today during this nice spring storm we're having. You can hear the water just rushing outside. I hope you all are having a great beginning to your spring. And thanks again so much for joining me. And have a great day. And don't forget, we pray blessings over you. And we want you to know you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.